talk about research, which is one of the areas I am, most of all the things I was saying, I am interested in your welfare, but research for me is very key. Because for a really long time as a country, I'm not sure we have churned out any global competitive research. I'm not saying we don't have people who are capable. Maybe it's the funding that was the challenge. Just is now guaranteed that we can compete globally with academics in other countries, because when I read a lot of research, you find that, in so-and-so university in America, so-and-so person did this. But, it will also be pleasing to find that, Nigerian lecturers are doing the same thing. Does this guarantee that we start to see that global competitive research?
It should guarantee if there is faithfulness in the implementation. But let me correct the impression that Nigerians have not been part of the story of groundbreaking research works around the world. I don't think that is particularly correct. What may be missing is the fact that we are not part of those who do the funding. But in terms of those who are active in line with discovery,
independent of foreign universities. I'm not saying that Nigerians are not partnering with universities abroad.
That's what I'm saying.
I am saying that Nigerians, of course, Nigerians are, in fact, most top-notch researchers in the world. You find a Nigerian.
Of course.
But my point is independent
Nigerian intellectuals from Nigerian universities, not necessarily those who are abroad, from Nigerian universities.
I am saying, and I agree with you, Prof, but I'm saying a research that we can call our own. We say we have a group of lecturers from different universities in Nigeria doing this research for Nigeria, and it becomes a global, globally accepted research.
So you can only join me in hoping, that this agreement is faithfully implemented. If it does, we're going to see better engagement of research in our university. We've been doing a lot. And people also have the tendency to think that research is all about scientific discovery or technological discovery. There's a tendency to think that that's an infinitesimal part of it. There are social sciences in research, there are linguistics in research, there are 1,000,001 other things that the people in the world don't really glamorize that way. We are part of it, but with this agreement, if faithfully implemented, we're going to see better days, and Nigerians' name will go back to the world as leaders in research and teaching. I can assure you. And
Prof, I've spoken to you a couple of times, like I mentioned, on this issue. One of your biggest pain, I remember, maybe on 2 occasions, you did mention it, that especially in the University of Lagos, that most of your colleagues have left for greener pastures abroad, and that the burden now, falls on just a few people, the shoulders of people to do the work. And as you said it, I felt brain drain. I felt your pain, and I'm like, Prof must be doing a lot at this moment with little pay. But does this also guarantee that we now put this is a stopgap measure, to stop brain drain from our universities?
So you see, the thing is that when people already leave, they need to be very well convinced before they decide to come back. This agreement is a step, is a starter step. But by the time it begins to show that there's sincerity of commitment in ensuring that this agreement works, most of those who have gone will want to come back. I mean, you can tap into the psychology of an average intellectual. You are very local, even when your work is global, You don't bow to one country claiming superiority over you. Part of your intellectual arrogance does not allow you to stay in a country where you are treated as a second fiddle. Ultimately, our members have been forced into going to such part of the world where they are treated as nobody because of the conditions at home. And I think if this agreement that has been signed is implemented faithfully with good commitment, a lot of people will begin to consider returning to their base while they still conduct their research works globally. Those of us who refuse to leave should also be accorded some respect, because when it was hard, it's still hard until we see this new agreement being implemented. We decided to stay because we know that this is our father's country, this is where we are, and we must ensure that we engage in the struggle to ensure that our country is better. Those countries that people run to got to the levels that they are because some people insisted they needed to stay and struggle. So that is the position of ASUU. And I think the Minister of Education made a similar remark by thanking the members of the university, intellectuals, for ensuring that they partner with government in ensuring that we have a better society. That's our role, okay? Nobody should thank us for it. We just want people to appreciate and give us what we need to do our work. Then we'll have a better country. So, in summary, it will take time for those who have left to decide to come back. They need to be convinced that there is sincerity of purpose, there's commitment of purpose, and there is a political willingness to ensure that this does not backfire again, this does not somersault again. Once that is taken, Nigeria will take its proper lead. I mean, we grew up in this country when people came from Europe and America and other parts of the world, including Africa, South Africa, to study here in Ibadan, in the University of Lagos. You walk into an average university campus then, and you see the white, the black, the Hispanic, all of them interacting for the purposes of teaching and research. That became impossible at the time in this country. And I hope that with this agreement that is signed, such days will return, because the essence of the university is that global competition and interaction. Humbly speaking, there is hardly any part of this world that I've not been to, and what has taken me there is research. But I also want to live outside Nigeria for anything, irrespective of how glamorous things are over there. The purpose is to visit, teach what you know, discuss your idea, interact with colleagues, and return to your